Now, I've come across a podcast that I am surprised that my friend didn't tell me about this first off, but also I'm extremely proud of her because it is absolutely fantastic. So just think of this. You're a kid. If you are listening now and you're a kid and you kind of think this is what I want to do when I'm older and what it's like when you grow up, we've got some lessons for you. And I can't believe my friend, Rebecca Adams, I'm just going to get her in now. Rebecca, hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Stuart, or Stu Pop, what I like to call you, Stu?
So me and Rebecca go back years because we've worked together and we're good friends. But she's kept this from me that she's been doing a podcast about kind of how to be an adult by not doing the things that she did when she was becoming an adult. Now, for me, I love this concept because I still think I'm a kid and I need to grow up. So I'll definitely be listening. I'm older than you, Bex, as well. So I'm kind of like,
Yes, we established that. You look like 12 and I look like 80. So I cannot believe I can't tell people, I can't give people any adult vibes because I literally, that's not what this whole thing is, but I just cannot believe that you're older than me. I can't.
I know, right? So I'm looking to you for advice on how to grow up because I
Oh God.
clearly haven't.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Like we talk about it all the time. I'm always doing silly things. Like you've seen it all. I'm always doing silly things. You're like, oh, Rebecca, what are you doing? But hopefully people can laugh at my bad situations that have happened on my podcast, I guess. But no, thank you for the love.
No, quite. So what is so this is adulting? I don't think I've done it justice. So come on, tell me what is so this is adulting.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a guide to young adults and how to become an adult. So learning from my mistakes. So each episode will have a topic that every adult goes through, whether it's relationships, dating, friendships, sexuality, so everything. And every at the beginning of each podcast episode, I have a real life story that happened to me, and I say that story, and it's real life, it's not made up. Yeah. Which is quite embarrassing. And then me and a celebrity guest comes on that topic that's related to it, and we pretty much talk about that topic from their life, how they cope with these situations to me, and we kind of just make fun of my life, really, but we just talk about that topic in general, and in a light-hearted, fun way. And we were like, so this podcast is not for the people that have their shit together, excuse my French. It's for kind of like the outsiders out there, because obviously no handbook was given to you or me when we were becoming an adult. So when I was learning things
Mm-hmm.
like bills, friendships, drama, and stuff like that, I was like, how do I cope with this? And I always thought it was like a very serious thing. And I just want people to listen to this and know that the glass is always half full and just kind of laugh about it. I just want someone to listen and have fun and laugh with us. But every guest that we've had some amazing guests of, yeah, I don't like, yeah, it's just been amazing and it's just been funny. So that's pretty much it. So pretty much people listening to a real life story that happened to me, which is really embarrassing. These stories are really embarrassing, Stuart. Like really, it's like my diary. Think of it like this. Think of it, Sex and the City meets Bridget Jones' Diary, but in a real life situation. That's literally what it is. And then a celebrity guest comes on and they pretty much just talk about it with me. And by the end of it, we tell people what not to do in that situation.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you've got a fantastic lineup on there. You've got Emma Ferrier, who's Aubrey Hepburn's daughter. You've
Audrey Hepburn
got
is
or
an icon. I
yes, of
cannot believe
course.
I've got a Hepburn on it. Can you believe that? And
No,
she's amazing, honestly.
Katie Hudson's PT. I mean, give her a name, not just Katie Hudson's PT. What's her name?
Her name is Nicola. So she's super cool as well. And we've had like obviously like some A-list celebrities, but we also got some well-known UK celebrities. So we're
Yes.
kicking it off. We kicked it off, I should say, with Ricky from Geordie Shore. Now he's a
Yeah.
friend of mine also, and on his episode, which came out on Friday, we were talking about impressions to him. So not impressions like someone from SNL does, Saturday Night Live. It's impressions, how to make a good impression, because he had to
Of
make an
course.
impression on Geordie Shore. So he was very honest. So definitely listen to that episode if you haven't. He was very honest about all of his relationships, if you get what I mean. But yeah, no, we have a great lineup. Yeah, we have Capital FM presenter Will Manning. We've got someone from Love Island. I'm not going to give too much away, but we've got a few amazing guests that are coming on. We've got a great cast, but yeah, you just have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. And even there might be a second season. If there is a second season, there's even bigger and amazing guests, but I'm just focusing on the first season for now.
Okay. And so how did the concept of So This Is Adulting come about? So obviously we've got the idea, but where did you think about this? Where did you think, I want to do this as a podcast? Where did it come from? What happened?
Well, it's a funny story, actually. I never wanted it to be a podcast. So what happened was I do some writing. So I was trying to like maybe write like a little write about an adult life and my experiences to help people, and just to have fun and stuff. And then I approached it to someone, just randomly chatting to someone about it in the industry. She was an agent of mine. And she actually said, this would be a good podcast. I'm like, no, I wouldn't want this to be. This was about 1.5 years ago. I'm like, no, I don't want to make this in a podcast. No one would ever listen. Like, I'm boring, man. I'm so boring. And then I approached one person, and then that person told someone from BBC. And then I got approached by BBC to potentially make it into a radio program. So then that made it to the final stages. So I was initially working on this with the BBC. But because of COVID and other situations, it didn't get made by the BBC. But I was like, I still want this to be a thing. So then I start talking to a few other people. And then I had one company in particular, which I'm working with now, who saw the vision that I had. And because I don't just see this as a podcast, I see this as like a long time thing, like that we could potentially branch out to other platforms, if you know what I mean. And I approached a few places about it. And this person that I spoke to from this company that I'm working with on this now saw my vision, had the same vision, and this company's super cool to work with. And so now I'm here.
Oh wow! I mean, like I say, it sounds great. I mean, we've heard we've got a clip of the teaser trailer. However, you can go over to podfollow.com/so-this-is-adulting. Don't worry, there'll be a link in all my socials for tonight's show, so go back and find it. Go give it a subscribe, go give it a listen, because it is a great listen. I listened to Ricky's interview with you, which was released on Friday, and yeah, it's funny, it's embarrassing. I laughed, I didn't cry, I just laughed, and I enjoyed it. And it's quite funny because there's certain things that we go through, especially as we're growing up, when we're younger, the first thing we're always asked, what do you want to do when you're older? For me, I wanted to be a footballer. That didn't happen. At the age of 13, I just kept hurting myself, so I couldn't, not in a sports way. I was hurting myself every time I was doing sports in hospital. So it was kind of like, let's just not bother with sports.
You could have been a footballer. Wow.
Well, no, because go on.
Or what I like to call soccer. Don't kill me.
Soccer, yes. Oh, yes. The amount of times we were in a room together and we put the football on and you go, oh, is this soccer? Wait, that was a terrible
that's an American
Australian
accent.
Yeah, that was an American accent, yeah. Same thing. They called it soccer as well. But yeah, I mean, so that could have happened to me, but because I kept injuring myself, I just thought I need something else. So I fell into love with radio. But when we're young, we don't think about the bills. We don't think about how to kind of move on because we have all our friends from school, and it's actually quite amazing how many friends from school that you kind of still have.
Yeah, 100%. Well, especially because I'm not from the UK. As you can tell, I'm Australian. And that's why another thing that happens in this podcast is that it's sort of like my life from going from Melbourne to Canberra in Australia to London. My journey and then also like what not to do, blah, blah, blah. So it's sort of like a journey, but now I'm made a life in London and I've met friends like you. So that has definitely been difficult, but a lot of people go through it. But I never thought a lot of people go through it. That's why I'm like, I want to make something that everyone can relate to, that might be going through situations, whether it's friends or losing someone or whatever, and just kind of laugh about it. I want people just to be like, wow, well, this girl is shaking to go with it, so can I.
Now, because you always talk about embarrassing stories at the beginning of your podcast and then kind of have a discussion about things going on. I don't want you to share something with us, but I'm going to share something with you, something that I've never ever said to anyone because it was proper embarrassing.
Okay.
And it only happened within the last 4 years.
I'm embarrassing things. Are you kidding me? I'm still doing embarrassing. I walk into doors all the time. I'm always falling over. I'm saying inappropriate things by accident. Dude, I'm 28 and I'm still doing things wrong. Not wrong, but I'm still doing embarrassing things.
I know what you mean. I get what you're saying. So it was in the last 4 years. I can't remember when. I kind of just blank it out my memory as much as I can. But I was coming home from either work or university. Okay. We got off the train, or I got off the train. Now, the way I like to do it is I like to be first off the train so I can get down the stairs because I hate the rush of people behind me. Okay. I can normally get down the stairs quite quickly and I'm fine. So anyway, get off the train. I'm heading down the stairs and I get to about the third last step and I slip and I fall flying forwards, right? Now, I'm that embarrassed because there's so many people behind me, right? Coming down the stairs.
No one helped you. They're like, bye.
Hold on. No. There was a lot of people that helped me. There was a lot of people that stuck in me. But I was that embarrassed that I fell over and I didn't want to get picked up. I faked an injury. I actually faked an injury.
What was your logic to faking a injury? Like, what did you think? Faking an injury, people weren't going to help you even more? Like, what was your logic there?
No, so I literally I just faked an injury because I thought that means they can't help me up. They have to leave me where I am. They have to go and get someone else. So when it gets a bit quieter, I can kind of just sneak out.
That does make no sense. People are going to want to help poor injured person. Wait, what injury did you fake? Did you fake?
I commonly twist my kneecaps quite a lot, so I dislocate my knees quite a lot. Ew. So I just pretended that I dislocated my knee again.
So from there you were just like, oh, don't worry about me. I just dislocated my knee. That's fine.
No. I literally was like it was like I was rolling around on the floor like a footballer holding my knee. I was literally like one of those players that had just been shot down, and I'm literally there rolling around holding my knee. They're going, is everything all right? Next thing is there's the high yellow vis guys are coming over, the guys on the platform. They're coming over and they're going, is everything all right? I'm like, yeah, I've just hurt my knee. I'll try and stand up in a minute and then try and hobble off. And they're like, are you getting picked up? I was like, yeah, my dad's outside. I'm thinking, oh God, now I've got to kind of, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're like, well, get your wheelchair and we can wheel you out to the car. And I went, no, I'll be fine. I've just hurt my knee. It'll be fine. I'll just hobble on it, but I might need help getting up in a minute. So anyway, everyone kind of passed. And I got up and I could feel there was no pain in my knee. So I was kind of like, I'm going to have to sell this. Now, because I've had limps on my knee, I've had limps in my knee for many a times because I have problems with my knees. I literally limped it out to the car.
This is like your acting career.
The worst thing is, right, my dad's now seen me limp. My dad doesn't know I'm faking this injury.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, we get in the car and Dad goes, are you all right? I went, no, I fell over, hurt my knee. I just want to go home. So anyway, he goes, you sure you don't want to go to the hospital? We can get it checked out. I'm like, nope, I'll be fine in the morning. Just get me home. So anyway, I get home. Now this lie is just getting elaborate because I get home. I've then got to keep the kind of feigning the sore knee up, and my mum's at home as well. So now my mum and my dad both think I've hurt my knee when I actually haven't. I was just doing it to feign it in front of some strangers that I didn't know.
Well, why didn't you just get in the car and be like, jokes? Like, why did you go for that long with pretend? You know what? You're an interesting person, Stuart, and we all love you. We all love
I
you.
couldn't joke about it, but yeah, there you go. That is my embarrassing story. And all I'm going to say is, don't take that advice on board. If you ever fall over, just get up and walk on.
What not to do? Don't fake an injury when you fall down in a train station.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God.
So there you go. I hope that has helped you out there.
It has actually made me more reassured that I'm not the only, and I take this as a compliment. Only idiots in the world.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding. You're not an idiot. We're just
Yes.
unique.
No.
We're just unique.
No.
That's what I like to say. We're just unique.
Yes. So next time me and you will go on a night out or whatever, and you see me fall over, you're just going to go, oh, you're faking it. And do you know what? I probably actually have hurt myself.
Yeah, the man that cried wolf. Yeah, be careful. I'm not going to believe you now. I'm not going to believe you. Yeah.
No, I know. But there we go. So, so is that kind of the lines of what kind of the podcast about? You kind of talk about your thing and then you discuss it with them.
Yeah. So the concept is pretty much celebrities making fun of me, and then we talking about a particular topic that adults go through, and we pretty much discuss within that topic, whether it's friendships, relationships, dating, money, moving out, etc. We pretty much just explain how they coped with it, how I coped with it, and pretty much what not to do. And at the beginning, I give a little anecdote, like a real life anecdote about what happened to me in that topic, a real life story. And yeah, pretty much telling people what not to do. And we have a celebrity on each episode that's related to that topic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And within the podcast, each episode, we just have a laugh, we just have a chat, and then people hopefully will learn from it, really learn and have fun with us. And also just know that if they're going through something, like, come on, the glasses always are full, look it back, like, she did it, come on, it'll be fine. So it's pretty much like a journey from my life from Australia to the UK, becoming an adult, and I'm still learning, you know what I mean? So it's just, I feel like it's really needed now, especially with the pandemic. Like, a lot of people are struggling at the moment, and if I can put this is going to sound really cheesy, if I can put one smile on someone's face throughout this pandemic, then I've done my job throughout, you know. I just want people to laugh, you know, laugh at my expense. I don't care.
And how long is each episode?
Each episode is probably roughly around, I would say around 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't edit it, but I'm assuming it's going to go for around. There was one episode we recorded with someone, and we were talking for over an hour, and I quite feel sorry for that editor, but it was such a good conversation. I was like, it was an amazing conversation. I was like, oh crap, we're actually recording. What? That's a really good thing about these episodes. You don't really, some podcasts, you just feel like it's more like an interview. This is just a general chat with a celebrity. You know what I mean? And it's about a topic that's relatable to him, and you hear stories that not even I knew about. Like the episode from Ricky, he was telling stories about what happened to him in that topic, and I was like, oh my God, not even I knew that happened to you, Ricky. We're meant to be friends. But because I come from a like production publicity background, you just like, this industry is full of like fake people, you know, and I think it's very reassuring to like listen to something that makes someone really real, you know, and that's all I want to be. I just want to be real, you know, that's all.
Yeah. No, I get it. And what has been your favorite moment doing this podcast?
Definitely like hearing probably about the end result. I won't give too much away, but my favorite moment is probably each episode, the people that I've spoken to, the end result from it. Like, I know people are going to learn from this. I know that someone is going to listen to this that might be struggling within a topic or within adulting in general, and they would have got something out of it. And because you never know that. They're not planned. We don't give them questions. We've just come with them like, hey, we're going to be chatting to you about relationships. And at the end result, when we talk about what not to do, and I always end off talking to the producer afterwards, every single episode, each person has like taught us something, and that's probably the most reassuring thing, knowing that people are going to learn from this and have fun with this. It's not just a random podcast, people just laughing, just trying to get the views, you know. People are actually going to learn from it, have fun, hopefully inspire people. Hopefully, if they are going through some difficult times at the moment, they're going to be like, oh wow, that idiot, look at Rebecca, like she coped with it, so can I. So that's probably the best thing so far, and hearing just all these random funny stories that I don't even know I knew about, and how nice people have been, really. Because as I said, I thought no one would really care, but yeah, that's about it, you know.
Okay, and are they dropping every Friday?
Oh, that's a good question. You just have to keep noted on the Instagram page, the So This Is Adulting Instagram page. So I think it's So This Is Adulting Pod, because for some reason there was already another So This Is Adulting Instagram page. So the first episode was on Friday the 29th of January with Ricky from Geordie Shore, and he really says a lot of juicy stuff, so you have to listen to it. Very juicy, to the point where I'm like, are you sure you want us to air that, Ricky? I mean, but yeah, so far I'm not sure of the dates, but you have to just check out on the Instagram page.
Okay, perfect. Well, we will certainly do that. So Instagram, So This Is Adulting Pod, or if you go to podfollow.com/so-this-is-adulting. Don't worry, I'll put links in my promo. So go to Twitter, go to my Instagram, find out. You can go on So This Is Adulting Pod as well on Instagram. Go give them a follow, give them a like, go give them a subscribe, go listen to the podcast. It is a great listen. And to whet your appetite, here is a little teaser to the podcast.
Adulting. Behaving in a way of a responsible adult. What does that mean?
Hello and welcome to my podcast, So This Is Adulting. I'm Bex, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to be discovering what it takes to become an adult. Here's a quick taste of what you can expect.
I remember Geordie Shore. I had 3, I think, first going in Geordie Shore. And then I had that one for Big Brother. And after that, it's kind of just, people want you because they know what they're going to get with you.
To help me find my feet in the property world and moving in, I'm chatting to Will Manning. Hi, Will Manning.
Hello. Literally last week, my mum told me this. She was like, just run me through what you do with your darks. And I was like, well, I put if I've got dark pants or a dark hoodie, whatever, or dark socks, that will all go in with my towels and stuff like that. And she's like, absolutely not.
To help me navigate through the trials of friendships, I'm joined by Mark Simmons and Sean Walsh.
Yeah, I don't know why we're friends, actually, no.
So to help me live my most positive life, I'm joined by one of the most positive person I know, Jack Carroll.
There are times in my life where I've managed to get myself consistently feeling positive about things. I've been more productive and done more stuff and felt happier whilst doing it.
To help me understand how to climb up the ladder, I am joined by Pippa.
It is hilarious because when I tell you what I used to be like when I was younger, especially when I was right down the bottom at Radio 1, to think that one day I might be an exec producer for someone with my sort of personality was just ridiculous, impossible.
Hopefully this series helps you as much as it's helped me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you for our first episode on First Impressions with Geordie Shore's Ricky.
Becky, thank you so much for coming on. It's been much a pleasure. When are you coming back to England? I miss you.
So at the moment I am in Melbourne, but I am going to be back in the UK soon, my friend, soon.
I miss you annoying me on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning.
I know, I'm always annoying you, but that's what I love to do. I just love to annoy people. I'm just like, hey, my voice is just annoying in general. But no, my voice is not annoying. Listen to the podcast. It's not annoying, I promise. But yeah, I miss annoying you too. I miss annoying the guys that I work with, because I'm always calling football, soccer, and I love acting like I know what's happening in a football match, but I really have no idea what's happening in a football match. Do you remember that time that I was like, go West Ham?
No.
I didn't even know who that team was.
Correct. And you kept saying you're a West Ham. Yeah, fun fact.
I'm a West
All
Ham
right.
fan. I'm
Rebecca,
a West Ham
Rebecca
fan. I just
Adams
don't know who they
is
are.
a West Ham fan
You.
because of the film Green Street.
It is a good movie.
Terrible.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't know that movie was based on true events. So that's why when I was told that it's based on an actual football team, I was shocked. And I said that about a year ago, yeah. And still to this day, I get teased about it. But I'm a West Ham fan because I love Green Street. I love that movie, and I've watched it like 10 billion times, and I'll probably watch it another 10 billion times. And what's the theme song? We're getting bubbles. Okay, I don't want to offend anyone that I just sang that. So I don't follow sport. That's what the funny thing is. If anyone that doesn't know me, I don't follow sport, but I just act like I follow West Ham just for the lols, really. So I don't actually follow West Ham. I just do it just for the lols, really. I should say that. So I don't want anyone to be like, girl.
Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you have all the success with So This Is Adulting. I can't wait for episode 2. And hopefully I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Stuart.
So there we go. There was Rebecca Adams. She's going on doing So This Is Adulting. You listen to Stuart Armour here on Reclaimed Radio.